We are halfway through the 8-year Uranus and Taurus cycle, revolution in values. Out in the world, this is appearing as new forms of money and investments, cryptocurrency, CBDCs, NFTs, as well as dramatic environmental changes. Taurus is about security, particularly financial or material, and while we in the U.S. have abundant resources, many groups here and abroad are struggling to put food on the table and afford oil to heat their homes. As Uranus is hovering on the world axis this entire month, it is likely there will be a worldly event, climate, financial, or security, that will exemplify the energy of dramatic change. We can look to the war in Ukraine, stock market prices fluctuating, and the housing market, another traditional form of security, declining or becoming inaccessible to the average person. And while the most major events may not happen until Pluto moves into Aquarius in March, we can feel that the world is teetering on the edge of collapse. Uranus is meant to separate us from what or whom is no longer working for us. If it is a nation or organization, perhaps the old political or economic system is no longer functional. If a long-term personal relationship, the dynamics must be altered for it to remain viable. And while it may feel disruptive, Uranian transits are ultimately meant to liberate us so that we can evolve to a more conscious way of living and being. We are no stranger to Uranus per se, as it stations twice a year, generally around the end of August and the end of January. So last month, we were released from an oppressive or dying situation and are catapulted into a new direction. Uranus demands we change or else deal with sudden breaks, accidents, and shocks that will force us to look at the world in a new way. It is likely that for good or ill, more people are aware of climate change, however it is being perpetrated, advances in technology, AI, and the monetary system. If anything, it is a time to update your views on all of these topics and decide where to focus one's attention and energy. What do you value, Taurus? That is made evident by what you spend your time and money on. The house where Uranus is traveling is the one where we might be experiencing the most upheaval, which will ultimately lead to liberation in the end. Where have the changes been most pronounced for you these past 5 years? For Aries, in the realm of your talents, money, and self-esteem. For Taurus, in your personal outward presentation or definition of self. For Gemini, in your internal dialogue with Creator. For Cancer, in your social circles. For Leo, in your professional choices. For Virgo, in your philosophical or political views. For Libra, in your intimate relationships. For Scorpio, in your partnerships and attraction to new people. For Sagittarius, in your health or work life. For Capricorn, in your romantic or creative endeavors. For Aquarius, in your home environment. And for Pisces, in your mental constructs. So as we approach the major astrology in March, i.e. the entrance of Saturn into Pisces and more importantly Pluto into Aquarius, allow the energy of Uranus to remove unnecessary baggage and past tense attachments. This is an evolutionary time for all of humanity. We will need to travel lightly into an ever-evolving future, and those who can radically adapt to changing circumstances are the most likely to succeed in the new world. I'm astrologer Patrice Kamens.